the following presentation of the NBA.
There was no mistaking the Thunder as they got off the bus. Only one team in the league always looks that sharp. And now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Dort and Williams up in the forward positions. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Boss, and it's Joe in at the 2. And for Golden State, Curry is out there with Hield. And there's Porzingis, and it's Green. And we know, Greg, most of the talk coming into this game focused on the front court matchup. A lot of talent in the low post here.
And, you know, a lot of times that means it'll come down to the rebounding battle. Whoever controls the boards will have a big leg up in the physical and mental aspect of this game.
Here's Joe, covered by Hield. Count that one for Dort.
How about the athleticism of Dort? You see the width he has, but man, he can outwork you defensively.
To the middle. Nice defense from Dort. The pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Williams. Here's Dort. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Dort's got his second bucket tonight.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's rebounded by Golden State. Their last meeting was in Oklahoma City, where they were unable to fight off the Thunder.
Yeah, and their last time playing against this club, they fell short. A lot of cheap fouls really plagued their starting unit.
But I'm sure they learned their lesson from that game. They know they can't afford to have their first unit unavailable when the game is at critical junctures this time around.
Tries to save it. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And obviously the season's just begun, but never too soon to check out the power rankings. Let's see how these teams are stacking up. You take a look at the Grizzlies. They've achieved some upward momentum, climbing to the 5th spot on the board.
And I think for Golden State, they've had an interesting start to the year. Lately, they've put together some nice wins, and you get the general sense that their confidence is growing. Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
And to the surprise of many, the Oklahoma City Thunder, Brent, made the 2023 play-in tournament.
Yeah, obviously they didn't have their top draft choice playing because of injury. And a lot of teams out there and the general public felt this team's really going to struggle this year. But they made the play-in tournament and showed a lot of improvement. So the future bright in OKC.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. After the miss from Stephen Curry.
So much speed from Shai. Used it there to get by the defense.
Curry against Gilgeous-Alexander. It's tipped. Out to Porzingis. Golden State moving it around. To end the cold streak. The shot by Curry, no good.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D.
Number 10. First personal foul. Second team foul.
On defense, the Warriors looking for the first basket of the game. Here's Joe. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 3 to shoot. That one falls.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
There's Green with the 3. Here's Porzingis. Banked in off the glass.
Well, Porzingis now playing with passion, engaged on the offensive glass.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's scoring an average of 33 points a game, a stunning total for a truly remarkable player. Here's Boss. Dort wide open. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Warriors trail by 10.
Golden State.
And a chance here to check out some stats for him.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early. And just one more will put him over the limit.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots from 12. Here's Boss. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. You know who that was.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Boss. Pulls up. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Golden State's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Left side, Porzingis. Green passes to Porzingis. Outside, Curry. No good on the three. And the Thunder with possession. They're on a 14-4 run right now. And there's the call on Curry. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's a whistle. He did not want to hear his second foul, and we're not even out of the first quarter.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively. Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Knocks it loose. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Number 44.
So this is the first of 2 games, Greg, that these teams will play in a row. One after the other. Very tough.
And, you know, Kevin, I find these little mini-series really interesting. You get to see how teams react to one another and see how they adjust, much like you do in the postseason.
Alex Caruso. He's checked in for Oklahoma City.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Here's Curry after the made shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Warriors trail by 12. Green with the ball. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. Healed from outside. And it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 rebounds tonight. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Porzingis. Great. Isn't it amazing the way Gilgeous-Alexander has polished off his game?
The footwork, Kevin, is impeccable. 3-level scorer, makes every shot imaginable. And what's scary, this guy still has another level to get to.
Big Red's checked in for the Warriors. And then for Oklahoma City, Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for Williams. And Wallace subbed in for Dort. Timeout called the Warriors.
And how can you not love the game of SGA? I mean, a young guard who continues to get better.
Yeah, Greg, all the reports you get out of OKC is that this kid is a worker. And he has turned himself into an all-star with that kind of work ethic.
Here's Caruso. Following the basket by Stephen Curry.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
On the pass to Big Red, Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Pass to Wallace. Count it.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to summon up a little more sense of urgency.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. It's a 14-point game. Outside, Green. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
Draymond Green patient enough to know when his teammates are running around, at some point one's going to break open, then he finds him.
And it's out of bounds to the Thunder as Oklahoma City retains possession. Passes it to Caruso. Gets a very good look and converts. And the Thunder lead by 14.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Five on the clock. Now the pass to Boss. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists in the game. Warriors trail by 14. Here's Curry. Good. Score the basket. Mark him 4 for 8. Shooting 50% so far.
Curry not one of those guards who shrinks when he gets inside.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Outguarded by Hield. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And the Warriors making a change here. Pippen's checked in. Wiggins is checked in for Oklahoma City. Pippen, no luck. The Thunder leading by 15. Here's Boss. Green with the rebound. Golden State's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Hield can't hit.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Now here's Wiggins. D right on him. The Thunder with another miss. Caruso's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Outside, Green. Hield from outside. And Holmgren pulls it down. Confident play we're seeing out of him.
Yeah, and the scoreboard tells the story.
The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And that's now 10 points for Boss.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot. Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
And Buddy Hield is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Oh, no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
Kevon Looney is checked in for Green. And so he makes both from the line. Warriors trail by 19. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Three-pointer, Hield. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Now, Hield has a beautiful release on his shot right there. Just barely off of his fingertips and buttery soft.
Now, here's Holmgren. Still scoreless. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
Well, Hield right there on the yield, waiting for someone to get open.
Now, here's Holmgren. Defense is right there. Got a piece of it. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Oklahoma City out in front. They lead by 14. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a very convincing performance from the Thunder so far.
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
We've got Big Red. Also, Kevon Looney out there. And it's Pippen in at the point. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. Now here's Pippen. Hasn't made one yet. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
Well, a lot of the players are doing a good job as well of scanning the interior part of the paint. All those inside looks, those are paying off.
Gives a team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense. That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Warriors with the rebound, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Poor execution in that one. Not sure what led to the lack of focus, but coaching staff definitely not happy.
And they made some comments themselves that some of the fault might have lied with them because they didn't go in with the best of game plans and they didn't make the right adjustments. So we'll see tonight if they do.
Holmgren. Big Red grabs the miss. Warriors trail by 10. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Teams cutting back on practices to limit the load on players. And Brent, some say it creates the opposite effect. Players not conditioned to the level they need to be.
You wonder in the next couple years, Kevin, if some of the coaches, just depending on the life cycle of their team, with a team being young as opposed to a team being veteran, that coaches are going to find creative ways to get more practice time in. We know practice time is where teams improve the most.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in. And he can't stop the run as he misses. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for the Warriors, trailing here by 8. Lets it go with a 3. Rebounded by Joe.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Nailed from three-point land. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 13 points.
Gilgeous-Alexander has blossomed into this forceful guard. Just look at this performance.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. At basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
Pippen feeling it out a bit. Over to the left wing. Here's Big Red. That falls nicely on the feed that time from Pippen. Pippen's got 3 assists tonight. Oklahoma City leading by 11. Down low. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And he finishes nicely on the way. He's got 10.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Warriors Youth Kids team.
Green is checked in for the Warriors.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Williams. He's putting up about 12 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And so much of what they do on offense depends on how he plays.
Well, he attracts serious attention from the defense, and that really does open up the backside for a lot of his teammates to take full advantage.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 15. The shot, no good. So the wing on the left. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Pretty sweet right there. Draymond Green, of course, being unselfish and looking to involve his teammates.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Green with the rebound.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him on a rhythm. Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. And that's life above the rim, courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Williams double team. It's Dort on the wing. Out to the right wing. Here's Holmgren. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Well, Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it. And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
The kick out to Williams. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Williams has got his first 3 points of the game. Here's Podziemski. 6 points for him. And it's Pippen in the corner. Here's Looney. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And I like that they're not settling. Hitting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Knocked loose. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at the Thunder. So far, they've got the 4th best record in the conference. And, of course, the Warriors. Not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
And, you know, for the Thunder, they've started the season on a high note. We thought it may take a while for them to kind of find their groove, but it doesn't look like they're going anywhere here or any concerns about growing pains.
Well, if they're going anywhere, it's going to be up. They've been playing like a very mature, focused team here in the early part of the season. Not at all like the team that so many people thought would be hanging around the bottom of the standings at this point.
They grabbed their own miss. Here's Holmgren. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
First personal foul. Second team.
Here is a list of the NBA's most adept passing teams this season. These are your assist leaders. The Warriors, number 1.
The beauty of watching this team is seeing the ball move around the court. It doesn't stick. That's why they're at the top of that list.
Greg, we were just talking about Chet Holmgren, and he's a lot tougher, I think, than his frame might indicate.
Physically and mentally, he does not back down. In fact, he's often the one who initiates contact. You think you're going to bully him, he's going to try to bully you.
On the heel, he's checked in for the Warriors. Curry comes in for Pippen. Now, here's Green. Still yet to score.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Oklahoma City is a franchise that has to have patience. Coach Mark Daigneault said, there's no schedule. That's the biggest thing. There's a way of operating that we're very confident in and that we're going to bet on. And that's developing, having a good environment, and trying to play a style that scales forward. We're just going to keep our head down. Kevin, back to you.
And keep going straight ahead. All right, D.A., thanks. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
And Gilgeous-Alexander has that length to be able to extend up to the rim.
Here's Curry. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander.
And Brent, Steph Curry has so much love for this game. He's a true ambassador for the sport.
Well, with Steph, anything that he touches seems to turn to gold. I mean, he loves hoops no matter what it is, supports the women's games. He's involved with youth athletics in the Bay Area and back home in Charlotte. And this guy just loves to see the sport grow as much as he has.
Wallace is checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander.
And more artwork from the greatest shooter we've ever seen. Curry making it look easy.
Pass to Boss. He dishes it to Wallace. Floats one up, and it's good on the way in. Wallace has got 4 points this quarter.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
And again, it's the Warriors missing. Oklahoma City leading by 8. Here's Boss, and he comes up with the deuce. And that's 12 points for Boss.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Goes up again. Caruso, no good.
Kind of rare to see any player have this much of a struggle from the field. To still have the lead shows how resilient they are as a complete team. And I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
Big Red's checked in for Green. Here's Boss. Connects from three-point range.
Timeout.
Boss has got 15 points.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And with a quick break in the action, here's some numbers for Curry. And such a great distributor and decision maker, among the top 10 in assists per game.
And he's been deadly from the free throw line. Only a handful of players are shooting a better percentage. Phenomenal asset to have on your team. And that one's good. Wiggins.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Warriors trail by 15. Here's Curry. No good again that time. Oklahoma City's gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. It's deflected. Porzingis with the ball, and it's Wallace picking him up. Pass to Podziemski. Offline with his 3. The Thunder leading by 15, and Big Red gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game, and the Thunder making a switch here. Williams is checked in.
For the Thunder, Williams.
1:12 left in the first half of basketball. On the money from 12 feet away. Williams has got his second basket of the night.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, he's grabbed the tea and the blanket because he's putting this one to bed.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
Williams scanning the floor. Boss gets the bucket.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Here's Podziemski. Defended by Caruso. Here's Porzingis. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Boss has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And the first one drops.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
And the Warriors making a change here. Green's checked in. Inside. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
It feels like Steph doesn't even have to look. He just knows where his teammates are.
Wallace outside. In the corner, it's Wiggins. Outside, Williams. Good work there as it goes. Williams has got his third bucket of the night. Fires from way outside. That one, no good. And so it's Oklahoma City holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thank you. With Draymond Green, Draymond rebounding a bit of a struggle. How do you improve that?
Hit your man, get 5 guys to the boards, guards get in there and clean up those boards that's loose, but our big guys got to hold our mans off, and we've been doing that this half.
We'll see if all 5 can get you more boards in that second half, Dre. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Oklahoma City has the edge here at halftime. They are in control of this game, up by 18. Kenny, what's your viewpoint?
I like what they're doing offensively. Looking at their field goal percentage, they're moving the ball, getting great looks, and of course they're knocking.
And that's a wrap.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Boss has been sensational.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
Yeah, guys like him love to stuff the stat sheet. He's doing it here.
Taking a look at the Thunder. Dort and Williams up in the forward positions. Then there's Boss. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Joe in at the shooting guard position.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Over to the wing. Here's Podziemski. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Podziemski's got 12 points in the game.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it. As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
Curry kicks to Porzingis.
Well, when Porzingis gets down on the inside, he's going to put a ton of pressure on the defense. You're not sure who you're going to guard him.
It's his first trip to the line.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
That free throw good from Porzingis. That one is no good.
Kristaps Porzingis, throughout his career, continues to look for good health. And when he is that, he's a force.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
To the inside, Hill nails the baby hook. He has 5.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Kicks to Williams. Pass to Joe. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Here's Boss. And that one goes long.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
Curry passes to Porzingis. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Here's Williams. It doesn't go for him. Great tee that time from Green. And here we are watching Jalen Williams. Brent, there's a certain calm to his game, isn't there?
Yeah, he's comfortable because he really can do a lot of things on the floor, so there's nothing that's going to really shut him down. It's very hard to speed this guy up. He gets an opportunity to play at his pace. That's a gift. And just not allowing the close defender to get in his way as Dort plays intense there.
Curry is inside. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. The shot's good.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
Green against Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Williams. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 assists now in the game. Back to Curry. And it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Superb D from Gilgeous-Alexander, using his length to wipe away the shot. Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
Yeah, great read, calls his own number, and then sends it home.
To the paint. Nifty move. And Porzingis with the lay-in. Porzingis has got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, that's tough for the defense. Porzingis inside. I don't know who defensively is going to get to him.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Holmgren, he's checked in for Oklahoma City.
You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has so many of the qualities that you want in a leader. He fights, he's energetic, he's a team-first guy, and he just looks for ways to get his guys fired up.
And there's the pass to Williams. Green with the block.
Green plays with tremendous edge on the defensive end of the floor.
Here's Podziemski, defended by Dort. Curry on the wing. He's got 18, and it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander. 4 on the shot clock. Hield finds Porzingis. Here's Podziemski. And a miss there on the triple. Oklahoma City leading by 13. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Porzingis with the block.
Well, Porzingis, the height, the reach, just overpowering.
Holmgren with the steal. Here's Joe. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. And the Thunder lead by 15. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Thunder.
I like their defense today, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. A three-pointer, Wiggins. It's deflected. They retain possession. Here's Wallace. Fires to the hoop. And it's Wallace slamming it down.
And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
Yeah, great read. Calls his own number and then sends it home.
Pippen. Nice defense from Wallace.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Lets a floater go. And the dunk by Holmgren.
I mean, length and skill. And Holmgren has a lot of both.
Pippen kicks to Beasley. To the wing right side. And Holmgren pulls it down. Holmgren's got 9 rebounds now tonight. And there's Gilgeous-Alexander. That's good on the assist by Wallace. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 in the quarter. Warriors trail by 18. It's Beasley on the wing. Pass to Big Red. Takes a 3. The Thunder pull it in. Well, we've had this new playoff format since 2021, adding that play-in tournament. How do you like it?
Well, I love it. You're just giving more high-level teams a chance at a swing for a championship. I mean, look what happened last year and how exciting that was for the NBA and the play-in tournament.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Caruso's checked in. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for Golden State. It's an 18-point game. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Steph Curry has changed the game, but he's going to be hard to emulate. Steve Kerr says he has maybe the best hand-eye coordination in the world. Coach is not bad in his own right as the career leader in three-point percentage, but in their free throw competitions, Steve says he swishes everything. The guy's annoying. I can't beat him. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Caruso with the ball. Looney on him. Here's Holmgren. The rebound by Pippen. Warriors trail by 20. Pass to Big Red. While there's a chance, let's show you the teams that have thrived on the fast break this season. Second, the Warriors.
You know, it's an entertaining style of play. And look, I mean, those are the baskets you want if you've got the legs for it. Scoring becomes a lot easier.
First one falls for him. Both good from the line that time. Oklahoma City leading by 18. Tries from 10. Wallace misses.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled to guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
Ozzie is checked in for Oklahoma City.
Now into the lineup for the Thunder.
Warriors on D.
2 minutes
to the middle.
The third.
Caruso kicks to Dort. Back to Caruso. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. They get it back.
A moment here to look at some numbers for Boss. Averaging 13 points per game, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists. And he really anchors them defensively with that tenacious play on that side of the ball.
He loves to get up into the uniform of his opposition and make you work for everything that you get offensively.
Buddy Hield, he's checked in for Malik Beasley. Warriors trail by 20. It's Pippen on the wing. Wallace covering. Hield with the bucket.
But he's showing more than just the fact that he's a shooter, working his way strength on the inside there.
Caruso against Hield. Outside, Dort. Here's Holmgren. Big Red grabs the miss. Big Red's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Looney finds Hield. On the wing, Hield. Misses the 3.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Wallace looking for an opening. Passes it to Boss. Out to Wallace. There's the 3. The Warriors pull it in. Looney's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Off target at the rim. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We come back right after this. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. We've got Hield. Big Red out there with Kevon Looney. Then it's Pippen. That's the Warriors 5. Joe Good.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
to the left wing. Defended by Caruso. Big Red off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Thunder leading by 22. Here's Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander against Pippen. On the wing, Hield. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
Pretty good concentration by Hield there, just focusing on the target.
They get a hand on it. Pippen with the steal. Looney down low. That falls nicely on the feed that time from Pippen. Pippen's got his 6th assist on the night. Pippen against Gilgeous-Alexander. Pippen with the steal. And here we go. Here's Looney. That one, no good. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
How about the vertical of Gilgeous-Alexander, a guard who can get up and throw it down.
14 feet away. Hield with the bucket. Hield's got 11 points here in just the second half.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
The 11-footer, it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession. Different look here for the Warriors. Shot from the inbound. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Gilgeous-Alexander does a good job of just staying aggressive, and that just forces the defense to do something.
Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both. What do you think of the league's most recent CBA, Greg, that 7-year deal just signed?
Oh, Kevin, the NBA and Players Association both need to be commended. Labor peace through the rest of the decade. Most pro sports don't have this kind of stability.
Green with the block. Curry against Caruso. Puts up a 3. And Stephen Curry gets the 3. Curry's got 21 in the game.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. Trailing by 17. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 3 assists now in this one.
When your superstar is as unselfish as Steph Curry is, that's what gets other guys going.
And Stephen Curry with the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
Gives the team such a great element, having a 1 guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
And it goes out of bounds. That went on Porzingis. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma City calls timeout. Ladies and gentlemen, your Warriors Youth Kids team. Making out you to make some noise for your Warriors Junior Gem Squad.
Curry against Gilgeous-Alexander. Can't hit that one. Great tee that time from Green. Defended by Caruso. Drops in the layup for 2.
He's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. There's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. And that one, good.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
And it goes down 2 points.
I mean, could we say he was playing possum a bit there in the first half? Because it seems to be a different guy out there, way more assertive.
Ball's knocked loose. Now the Warriors moving it up. Here's Podziemski. His 3-pointers off the mark. The Thunder leading by 15. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
The pass to Joe. Porzingis with the block. On the wing, Green. He's guarded by Williams. Green kicks to Curry. From deep. Rebound by Williams.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Dort, he's checked in for Alex Caruso. Gilgeous-Alexander against Curry. Here's Dort. From outside, off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Down low. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
Yeah, great read. Calls his own number and then sends it home.
Curry dishes to Green. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
Averaging less than 9 points a game for his career, but Draymond Green does everything else on the basketball court, Brent, and I know you admire that.
Yeah, of course, the former defensive player of the year, a tremendous playmaker, but the biggest skill, Kevin, is his mouth. He is a great communicator out there to keep this team connected.
What I appreciate most about Green is his leadership. Strong vocally on and off the floor.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Here's the teardrop. That shot, no good. Great D that time from Green. Pass to Porzingis. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. Oklahoma City on D. 22 is their biggest lead. Curry fires from way outside.
And that's the kind of in-your-face defense that's setting the tone for SGA and the rest of this team.
Pass to Boss. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocked.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
Time to get loud and make some noise for your Warriors 16.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
They lost 2 straight coming into this one, and he knew he needed to put his foot down. He's shown leadership tonight, getting them back on the winning track. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
During that last break, Coach Mark Daigneault talked to his team. He told his players, I love the energy right now. You look like you're having fun out there. Keep playing for each other because our chemistry looks great right now. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, David.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
And it's good, 2 points. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 38 points.
Gilgeous-Alexander, fantastic concentration.
And he lays it straight in.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
Stephen Curry.
1:56 left here in the fourth quarter. Up top, Gilgeous-Alexander, guarded by Curry. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
Refusing to back down. What a gorgeous move by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Here's Curry. Passes to Porzingis. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Boss has got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Gilgeous-Alexander against Curry. And no good. But close on that one, so he'll shoot two. They get Stephen Curry. And Greg, while the commissioner might not like player trade requests, Kevin Durant said it's great for the league for players to have that leverage. Where do you stand?
Well, I wouldn't go that far. The main thing is trying to keep those requests in-house. Otherwise, it can be deflating for fans.
And the Warriors making a change here. Fields checked in.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Thunder.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the boards.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
Shot clock at 3. Gilgeous-Alexander. Count that bucket. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 46 points.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game. But once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Curry outside. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. 22 is their biggest lead. Green against Williams. Floats one, and it's in there. And the Thunder lead by 19.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight. Getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. 3rd personal foul. 2nd team foul. At the line for the Warriors, Kristaps Porzingis.
That free throw good from Porzingis. Outside, Dort. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win.
That's the end of the game.
To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you later.